Hello dear students, welcome back to Maths Concept with Itishree. Today we are going to start a very important and interesting topic from class 10th Mathematics, chapter 2, Polynomial. Okay, this chapter is full of logic, pattern and easy formula. Once you understand it clearly, you will never forget it again. Okay, we will start. Okay, so first we will learn polynomial क्या होता है. Okay, polynomial is an algebraic expression consisting of variables, constants, powers of variables with non-negative integers as exponents. For an example, x square plus 2x plus 1. It is a polynomial. Okay, it contains variables, constants and the powers. Here the variable is x, okay, and constant is 2, and power of this polynomial is 2. Okay, so that is the polynomial. A polynomial is an algebraic expression consisting of variables. X is the variable, constant, here 2 is the constant, and powers of variables with non-negative integers as exponents. Okay, here the exponent is 2, so this exponent should be non-negative. Okay, like for an example, 3x cube minus of 5x plus 7. Okay, here this is the polynomial with the power 3 and the constants are 5 and 3 and 7. Okay, and the power of this polynomial is 3. Okay, like for an example, 1 by x plus 1. Okay, so is this a polynomial? No, this is not a polynomial. क्यों? क्योंकि ये हो गया x का पावर इसमें है -1. So polynomial should be non-negative integers as exponent. Here the exponent is a negative integer. That's why it shouldn't be a polynomial. Okay. For an example, x to the power 1 by 2 plus 3. This is also not a polynomial because here the power is a fraction. Okay, so for polynomial it should be a positive whole integer. Okay, positive integer. So in polynomial, three important terms are there. Okay, one is term, another one is coefficient, and the last one is the degree. Okay, these are three important term of a polynomial. टर्म क्या होता है? टर्म होता है ईच पार्ट सेपरेटेड बाय प्लस और माइनस. ओके, फॉर एन एग्जांपल 3x square plus 5x minus of 2. So here three parts are there, three terms. Okay, 1, 2, 3. These all are separated by plus or minus. Okay, so it has three terms. Okay, here in this polynomial it has also 1, 2, 3 terms. Okay, this is one term, this is another, and this one is another term. Okay, like that. For an example, x square plus 1. In this polynomial it has 1, 2 terms. Okay. Okay, second one is your coefficient. Coefficient is the number multiplying the variables. Okay, here the coefficient is 3. 3 is multiplying with the variable x. Okay, and in this term, what is the number? The number is 5 is multiplying with the variable x. Okay, so these are the coefficient. Let's say for an example 3x square. Okay, here the coefficient is 3. Okay, let's say 2x cube plus 5x square minus of 7y plus 1. Okay, here the coefficients are, this is 2, the number multiplying with the variables. Okay, what are the numbers? This and this. Okay, so here the coefficients are 2, 5 and 7. Okay. Okay, the third term is a degree. Degree is the highest power of the variable. Okay, let's say 3x square for 5x minus of 2. So here the highest power of the variable in the polynomial is x. Here the highest power of the x is 2. That is called the degree of the polynomial. Okay, for an example, 5x cube plus 2x square plus 3x minus 7. Okay, here in this polynomial, the highest power of x is 3. Hence, the degree of the polynomial is 3. Got it? Okay, now comes to the types of polynomials. Okay, so for an example, constant. Okay, constant any number, 5 हो गया, 7, 6, any number. Okay, तो इसका डिग्री क्या है? The degree is 0 because 5 I can write it as 5 into x to the power of 0. Okay, so it is nothing but 1, the same number. So the constant, it has degree 0. Another type of polynomial is linear polynomial. Polynomial example 2x plus 3. Here the degree of the polynomial is 1. Okay. Quadratic polynomial, for an example x square plus 2x plus 1. Here degree, the highest power of the variable is 2. So this is the degree of the polynomial is 2. And another type of polynomial is cubic polynomial. For an example, x cube minus of 3x plus 2. In cubic polynomial, the degree of the polynomial is 3. We can consider another types of polynomial, that is mononomial. Mononomials means only one term is there. For an example, 2x, 5x cube minus 5x square. These are all polynomials. These are examples of polynomials with only one terms. Okay, like u to the power of 4, or I can say y square. These are all polynomials with one term. Binomials means क्या होता है? जो भी पॉलिनोमियल का दो टर्म्स होते हैं. फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, पी एक्स, वी कैन डिनोट द पॉलिनोमियल लाइक दिस, पी ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल्स टू एक्स प्लस 1. दिस पॉलिनोमियल हैज़ ओनली टू टर्म्स, एक्स एंड 1. दैट इज कॉल्ड बाइनोमियल. और एक एग्जाम्पल देख सकते हैं, फिर से क्यू ऑफ एक्स इक्वल्स टू एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस ऑफ एक्स. अगेन दिस पॉलिनोमियल हैज़ टू टर्म्स. So this is called binomial. Okay, mononomials means only one terms, binomials is two terms, and trinomials those polynomial जिसका तीन terms होते हैं. Okay, three terms. For an example, p of x is x plus x square plus pi. So this is an example of polynomial which is three terms like this. Okay, we can denote the polynomial as mononomial, binomial, trinomial, like that. Okay, next comes to zeros of the polynomial. Zero क्या होता है polynomial का? The values of x for which the polynomial becomes 0. Okay, for an example, let's say p of x is a polynomial which is x square minus of 4. Okay, so वैल्यू क्या होता है जिसमें ये पॉलिनोमियल ज़ीरो हो जाता है? सो वी विल काउंट इट एज ए काउंटर वाइज. ओके, लेट्स से पी ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल्स टू 0. दैट मीन्स व्हाट? एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस ऑफ 4 इज इक्वल्स टू 0, और वी कैन से दैट एक्स इज इक्वल्स टू प्लस और माइनस ऑफ 2. सो zeros of the polynomials, zeros are of the polynomial p of x, x square minus 4. The zeros of the polynomials are 1 is plus 2 and minus 2. Okay, we will take another example. Let's say the polynomial q of x equals to 2x minus of 1. Okay, and the question is you have to find out the zeros of the polynomial q of x. So what we will do, we will, let's say the polynomial q of x is equals to 0, and the q of x polynomial is 2x minus of 1 equals to 0. The value of x is 1 by 2. So the value for x is equals to 1 by 2, this polynomial qx will be 0. Hence the values of the 0 is 1 by 2. Got it? Okay. Then comes to the geometrical meaning of the polynomial. First says, for a linear polynomial in general form ax plus b, the graph is a straight line. Okay. For linear polynomial, geometrical meaning is it's a straight line, and the x-intercept which cuts the x-axis is called, gives the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, that is the geometrical meaning. For an example, it's a straight line ax plus b. Okay, and this straight line which cuts the x-axis is, it will gives the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, this is your geometrical meaning. Okay, now I will learn the relationship between and the zero of the and the coefficient. Okay, for an example, for a quadratic polynomial with degree 2, ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this is a quadratic polynomial. What is the relationship between the 0 and the coefficient? Okay, here the coefficients are a and b and c. Okay, a and b. Okay, a b c. Okay, and for an example, let's say the zeros of the quadratic polynomials are alpha and beta. Okay, then the relationship between the 0 and the coefficient of the polynomial is the sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is equals to minus of b by a, minus of b by a. Okay, and the product of the 0 alpha into beta is equals to c by a. Okay, this is the relationship between the 0 and coefficient of the. Okay, next we will learn about the division algorithm. Okay, division algorithm. Okay, what it says, if px and gx are two polynomials, then p of x equals to g of x plus r of x. G of x, p of x equals to g of x into q of x plus r of x. That is your normal division. Okay, where g of x is not equals to 0, and remainder of degree, the degree of the remainder r of x, the degree of the remainder is, obviously it will be less than the degree of the divisor degree. Okay, that is the normal concept of your division. Okay, these are some formulas, important formulas. Okay, x plus a into x plus b equals to x square plus a into a plus b into x plus ab. How you will get that? If you multiply this 2, then you will get this formula. Okay, and these are your normal formulas, that a plus b whole square, like x plus a whole square equals to x square plus 2x ax plus a square. Okay, just some important formulas. What a real life connection is that, why you are learning this polynomial. These are used in graphs and curves. Okay, motions equation, business profit and loss models, computer graphics. That's why it is important to know the concept of polynomial. Okay, So this all about your polynomials. We'll solve some more examples in the next video. Okay, first try to get the concept clear, then we will do some examples. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can ask on the comment section. Okay, thank you everyone.